What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I'm going to go over some news that from earlier today. Defensive tackle Trayvon Hester and safety Countess have been released by the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, they're making some room. They're trying to, obviously free agency is coming up. So, they're going to make some room for some guys to come in. Safety Countess is interesting because I know he has a big uphill battle for the safety position. We really don't have anybody at safety right now besides Kevon Wallace that really hasn't proved himself at any more than what he has. Countess was a 6th-round pick in 2016, right before Jalen Mills. Eagles did draft him, and played special teams left, went to the Rams, had a little bit of success on special teams, worked in the defense a little bit, was released. So he's been on and off this team, mostly because of injuries. I think 18 or 19 he came back at the end of the year because of injuries, and then obviously this past year in 2020 he came back late in the year because of injuries to safety. Obviously McLeod was gone with the injury, and Jalen Mills had to move to cornerback when we were pretty much getting hurt everywhere. So very interesting. And Trayvon Hester, he was personally responsible for the double doink playoff game against the Bears, blocked that field goal. Move the ball at least a little bit. So he's going to be a depth piece. Both of these guys are going to be coming back, obviously, to compete, but it's going to be a uphill battle for both of these guys. So look out for that. But mostly freeing up space for, obviously, free agents, whoever they're going to sign the prove-it deals or whatnot. So very interesting. Now, probably the last thing I want to leave for this video is probably the most exciting, because I think we're all going to agree with this comes up right now, is that the Eagles decided not to tag linebacker Nathan Gerry. I think that finally the Eagles are making a good decision here. And they are not. They're getting rid of all the garbage, all the washed, everything. And Nathan Gerry is going to be off this team. The Eagles do not want him back. The Eagles don't want him in the building. The Eagles do not want him in an Eagles uniform ever again. Okay? Nathan Gerry was so disappointing. 2019, he showed promise when we had injuries at linebacker. He came as a middle linebacker and showed some promise because he was making the calls, and he actually made some good plays. 2020 came along, and Jim Schwartz was pretty much the Doug Peterson on defense. He was defending Nathan Gerry every single week when he was messing up games. His coverage, he gets beat on the first step. I mean, it has been so bad. His backfield recognition is really bad. He falls for everything that happens. Any type of motion, he falls for anything. So, big failure in Philadelphia. Now, he was a safety from Nebraska, and he became a linebacker in time. And I thought going into 2019, he really molded into that linebacker we really wanted. But obviously, he had some coverage. His coverage wasn't that good. I thought he played well, but, he was one of the leading tacklers of this team last year, obviously beyond the first down marker, because tackles don't mean nothing. It depends where these tackles are coming from. But he was just an excuse of, just so bad. I can't. We need an upgrade at the linebacker position. I hope in free agency they sign someone to a prove-it deal to at least get something in here that at least has some production that works well with Jonathan Gannon with these linebackers, because it's a total mess. And we have more to see from Davion Taylor. We have more to see from Sean Bradley. We have more to see from some of these other guys that I really want more chances and an actual offseason to compete in. And then a coach, a defensive coordinator that actually give them a shot, and not just start a guy because he's a veteran. Okay, Davion Taylor is a 3rd-round pick last year, and what did you do? Absolutely nothing. He played special teams and then didn't come on the field till week 10. What do you expect? He played horrible, and I don't blame Davion Taylor for that. I blame the coaching staff for how they're really getting to their players. They cannot coach their players, and that's why we have a coaching rebuild, and that's why this happens, okay? But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So obviously two were released in Countess and Trayvon Hester, and obviously Nathan Gerry will not be tagged. He will be off this roster. Every move the Eagles have made on certain players that we didn't know if they were going to be here or not have really made the right decision with Deshaun Jackson. Obviously, Alshon Jeffrey, Malik Jackson are going to be gone soon. And now you have Nathan Gerry, that there's no excuses now, and we can actually put in some new talent, young meat in there, and do a good job. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up, Flawless Fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.